Hello and welcome to Simple Country Place. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I have 4 delicious meal ideas for you today. Welcome and enjoy. So the first thing I'm making is pulled pork baked potatoes. I had some pulled pork in the freezer that I had cooked like previously. So I had thawed that out, put that in the stove, and I'm adding some barbecue sauce and grape jelly, as I always do, crushed red pepper, and ground mustard. And I'm gonna let that all come together on the stove and heat up, thicken up. For the potatoes, I'd washed them really good. I'm going to pierce them with a knife, put some olive oil and salt like I always do. I'm wrapping them in foil and then baking them in the oven. Once they were all cooked and the pulled pork just really needed to thicken and heat up, I served this with some corn on the cob and some cheese on top of the baked potatoes, and my husband really liked this. My nephew wasn't home, but my brother came over this day and he loved it too. This night I am making honey lemon chicken legs. And so I juiced a whole lemon, so you have like 4 slices there. I juiced all that. And then I am going to put some honey in a saucepan and some soy sauce, a lot of minced garlic, and that lemon juice. I always have lemons on hand because I drink lemon water every single day. All day. So those are just some of the lemons I had cut up for my lemon water. Grab them for this instead. Once I have all those things in that, in the saucepan there, I just kind of let that cook, stirred it occasionally, let it thicken up, all the flavors come together. For the side, I am making ranch potatoes, roasted ranch potatoes in my baking dish. I have cubed potatoes there. I'm adding olive oil and then just that ranch seasoning that everyone knows about, and mix that all together, and then I threw that in the oven and occasionally took it out, stirred them around, put them back in. Did that a few times and they turned out like super crispy, good. The only seasoning I added was that ranch because that ranch has all of the things and it is, in my opinion, salty enough so it doesn't need like the extra salt and pepper seasoning. go back to the chicken. I have that in another baking dish and the chicken legs, and then I'm putting that like sauce or glaze or whatever you want to call it over them. And first I drizzled it on them, rolled it around, and then I was like, nope. I just dumped it all in and rolled it around, and then I did the same thing. Like occasionally after I put them in the oven, I took them out, moved them around a little bit, and made sure that like that sauce was like coating everything. And I served that with a side salad. The chicken, the potatoes, the side salad, super good. Well, the potatoes and the side salad were super good. My husband really liked the chicken. So this night I am making barbecue ribs and cheesy potatoes. So very, very easy. I got that barbecue rib thing, marinated ribs from Aldi, and they have them all the time, different seasonings, and it was on sale, so I grabbed it. I had thawed it out. I'm throwing that just into a baking dish, covering it, putting it in the oven just like it is. For the potatoes, I have those like thin sliced, and then I'm going to be dicing an onion or half of an onion for the cheesy potato situation. It's not really dicing. I like cut it into chunks. I don't know the technical terms, but I do what I do. Cut the onion into pieces. And I did like cook those potatoes and like just cooked them regular in boiling water and then like set them aside. So in that same potato saucepan, I have some butter melting. I'm adding those onions so they can like saute a little bit. And then I am adding some minced garlic, just like a scoop full from that same jar that I used a few days prior, and have those saute for a little bit in the butter. And then again, making a roux, just like the mac and cheese situation. I'm making a roux, adding some flour, mixing that in, letting it cook for a little bit. And then, of course, I'm adding half and half my substitute of milk because we just never have milk in my house. And then for the seasonings, I will be adding cayenne powder, cayenne powder, ground mustard, pepper, and parsley. And once that's mixed in, for the like cheese aspect, I'm adding that Aldi version of Velveeta, which is just that cheese melt, just eyeballing it, cubing it up, adding that in, and then you just gotta babysit it, stir it a lot, wait for the cheese to melt. And I know that's a very unsafe way to cube up cheese, but that is what I'm doing, and I use a butter knife, so it's not like I'm going to stab myself. once that's all melted, I'm going to add the potatoes and then more shredded cheese, because I feel like it jazzes it up a bit and makes it like more cheesy and stringy and goodness. So I'm adding more shredded cheese, and then that's pretty much done. Just waiting for the ribs to get done. And a lot of times I'll like put these things in the oven, but I just let them heat for a little bit. That was super delicious. Everyone loved it. My nephew loved it. My husband loved it. And we had a friend over that also loved it. So on this night, I'm making a very Midwestern dish, which is where I live, tater tot hot dish. So I have ground beef. I diced up half of an onion. I'm going to put that in with the ground beef, and then I'm going to season it with seasoned salt, pepper, and parsley, and let that cook down until the meat mixture is cooked up and done. And this is not like a true Midwestern tater tot hot dish, because I did not have tater tots, so you'll see that later, but it's the same concept, and it was delicious. I, again, didn't have it, but my brother, again, came over this night, and he was like, this is super good. I know. I pride myself on cooking good food, So for like the saucy bit of the casserole tater tot hot dish, I have cream of mushroom soup. I'm adding that in, and then I'm adding a smidge of sour cream, just to, I feel like it adds something to the flavor, and that's what I do a lot of the times. After mixing that together, I will be adding the meat mixture to that, because the ground beef is now cooked up. So I add the meat mixture, and then I had some steamed vegetables that I just steamed right in the bag from Aldi. It was like corn, peas, green beans. You can really use whatever vegetables you want. That's just what I had, so that's what I used. And I did like pre-steam them. Not like all the way, but most of the way I pre-steamed them and then tossed them in there. Mixed that in. And for the seasonings, I'm going to be adding garlic powder and then more seasoned salt and pepper. I originally was planning on adding garlic to the meat mixture, but then I got distracted, so I didn't do that. And I was like, oh, I should add some garlic powder then. So that is what I did. And of course, we love cheese, so I'm gonna add shredded cheese to that. Everything is better with cheese, in our opinion. Then to a sprayed baking dish. I put the meat mixture on the bottom, and then a layer of more shredded cheese on top of that, and then tater tots, or what I used was the baby cake hash browns from Aldi which were super good. I just tried one of those by itself and put that on the top for like the tater tot quote unquote aspect. And I served that with a side salad. And yeah, like I said, everyone really liked this. My husband liked it. My brother said this was the best tater tot hot dish she's ever had. And nephew liked it. And it's a super easy, like in my opinion, it's like a one pot situation. I mean, basically the only cooking you have to do is the meat and then throw it all together, stick it in the oven, and then it's done. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more videos.